Good morning, my stamping friends. It is Tammy with Stampin' Scrap Tammy with our weekly Facebook Live. It is April 14th. If you are watching live, that's when this is taking place. If you're watching the refill, I must be thinking you're refilling my coffee. If you're watching the replay, that's when this is happening live. So April 14th, 2021, welcome everybody to a Facebook Live, our weekly Wednesday Live. There is 6 weeks of stamp set giveaways. So we are in our second week. I have a winner for last week to announce, so like, share, comment, and you are entered. And then, if you didn't win last week or the week before, no problem. Your name is still in the drawing. I have one big drawing at the end of that. It'll probably take place the end of May after I get back from vacation. We will do a drawing with everybody's names from all 6 weeks for a little mini stamp cut emboss machine. So everybody gets the weekly Facebook Live. I'm sharing great ideas with all of you for the next 6 weeks. Of course, every week, but for the next 6 weeks especially, and you can win a stamp set from me. So I'll show you those options. Looks like some of you are watching. I think I was like 1 minute early, which is like unbelievable. All right, so hello everybody. Oh, lots of you watching already. So looks like you guys are all probably from my weather area. Notice I'm back in a sweatshirt and I've got my vest on. I'm chilly and I don't know what's going on. It's cold here in Minnesota again. It was snowing yesterday again, not like a lot, but a little bit. So I think since I was a little early, I'm just kind of babbling on here, but I've got a really great card design to share with you today. It is a fun fold. I know some of you have made it for a mystery card, either in my meeting or in my uplines meeting. So you'll get to see my take on this month's mystery card that we made in our Cafe Crafter group on Monday night. Okay, so let's see. I think that's all I'm going to talk about here. I just want to get down to it, and that way I can get back to cutting for card class. I have got Zoom Stamping and Bingo on Sunday, and I have to get that in the mail today. I have it all pretty much done. I just got to kind of polish it up a little bit and get it sent off. But if you didn't get signed up and you'd like to do that, if you're local to me, just send me a message and I can arrange you to get your kit. I have 2 left, so I have 2 spots left for Sunday if anybody would like them. If you want it mailed, I bet I could still get it in the mail and you would still get it in time to do our Zoom Stamping and Bingo. Now, if you can't make it live, that's fine. The cards are great, so you're gonna love them anyways, even if you can't be at the live version of it. But just 2 spots left for that. All right, so let's get to it. I hope everyone's having a fabulous, fabulous week so far. I certainly am. It's always great when I start my week with my team meeting. And then last night had a little meeting with the leaders in my group and my uplines group. And we got to talk stamping and ideas and kind of chuckle about some of our fumbles. So if you get my emails, I sent out an email really late Monday, well, like Tuesday morning, early into the morning, because our clearance rack updated. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, know that there was a clearance rack update. It was a lot of stuff from our last holiday catalog. So if you wanted to, get a little discount on some of that stuff, if you're looking ahead to planning Christmas cards and things, there were some decent deals. All right, so Sandy Taylor Godwin, I'm not exactly sure how to say that, is our winner of our stamp set drawing last week. And let me see, I think, Sharon's watching. Sharon, you were last week's winner, and I sent yours this morning. So I was a little late on getting my shipping labels. I was going to do it right away last week, and then I just got busy doing other things. But yours went in the mail today. So Sandy, you will get to pick from these stamp sets that I have here, and I will send it off to you as soon as I can. So just know, if you're ever expecting something from me, I never forget. Eventually it gets to you. All right, so today I have to share with you the free with a purchase cards for the month. So anybody that places a $50 order, you will get these card setups sent to you for free. There's 10 of them this month. And what it is using is the supplies from the Well Suited Designer Series, or this is the Designer Series, but the Well Suited Suite, or Handsomely Suited. So this is the stamp set. The die cuts are wonderful. It's got bow ties and ties and things like that. So But all of it is cut and ready for you, so you don't have to do any of the work there. This is also our all occasions class on Monday, so sign up is closed for that too, but I could probably squeeze a couple people in if you send me a message. That would be the only way to register right now, is to send me a message. So handsomely suited is what I focused on, but I really focused on the sentiments, so you could really have success with whatever you have for a sentiment if you don't have this one yet. All right, so look at that designer series paper. Really great patterns. I have got some cards coming up using this one. It's going to show you a whole new light on this paper. So stay tuned for more ideas with the well-suited designer series paper. Let me show you the free with a purchase cards right now. These were our Cafe Crafter cards as well this month that they got to make for $5 at our meeting, or they have their packet in the mail to them. Some people I mail them to. And now you can see these setups. You could do whatever you want with these. You certainly do not have to make this, but you get all the card stock cut, ready to go for some cards. You could swap out the sentiments for something else. You could embellish, add to, take away, whatever you'd want to do with these cards. And there is 2 of each in the kit that is going to be sent to those that place a $50 order. I send these for free. But if you like the cards here, you're welcome to take a picture and recreate them on your own too. All really great ideas. You can really highlight the designer series paper in the well-suited suite. So very nice. And let me move those out of the way. These were created and designed actually by Rhonda Wade and team. I do get a meeting planner that helps me out, that really gives me great ideas for my team each month. But right now, what I'm going to share is what our team made for a mystery card. I love mystery cards. We do one every month. We've done some in our virtual parties too. Super fun. Always a good time to do those. But let's get started here. So it's going to be a different kind of base. And I really had some people confused the other day, and I might have you confused as well. Like, what is she up to here? And so I'm going to make 2 cards today. Looks like I have supplies for more than 2. And what I have is a Cajun Craze for my base. And I have that measured at 5.5 by 4 1/4. And so those can be set aside for now. And then my next layer, I'm going to have just a basic white for my background. This would be like my insert. And you see there's no fold there. That's just a one little sheeter. And then I have another Cajun Craze here. This is measured at 6 by 3. And I need to score that. And so I'm going to score this at 5 1/4. I'm going to do both of them so that they are ready. So I have got my Simply scoring tool. Just do my scoring. And I'm going to do the same. I have a designer series paper now that I'm going to want to line up. Oh, I didn't cut that right. See, good thing I got a paper trimmer. So I can do this right now though. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Okay, so it's 6 and I need to trim off a little bit there. It's a good thing I've got some handy tools around. So I need to trim this down so that I have some that'll stick out of the edge there. So let's do that. And I will trade out for my paper trimmer now. And I just need to trim off 1/4 inch. So I actually need this to be 2 3/4 by 6. See how easy that goes. And let's go back that way. All right, so now you'll see how these are gonna line up nice. So again, my back layer 3 by 6. My top layer here is 2 3/4 by 6. And I will go ahead and set that up. So you're probably really kind of wondering what's going on here. I don't know that I'd ever cut anything, these measurements, but I really enjoy this card. And so I'm going to add this card into my class on Monday. So Monday I have got all occasions class using the Handsomely Suited Suite. So we will be making masculine cards. That's kind of something we do about once a year where we try to focus, oh my goodness, a whole class on masculine cards. And so I'm going to use my scoring tool here to just score those down so that, or not score them, but crease those down so that I have a nice solid crease there. And now what I need to do is just go ahead and adhere this, my designer series, to my cardstock. And there are, whoa, yes, on this one, I'm thinking, what am I doing here? I'm messing up, but nope. So the designer series is going to get adhered the whole way around. And now the trick is going to be when I do the next layer. that I don't want to adhere it. But let me tell you, if you would make 50 of these cards, say, you would probably do it right the whole entire time, no trouble at all, until you got to like the last card. That's usually how it goes. When you're doing different folds where the adhesive doesn't need to go on the whole sheet, it never fails that you end up putting adhesive on a piece that you don't want to do. But you can do it the whole time, and then it's like the last card that you end up goofing up. All right. I just am really enjoying this handsomely suited suite. It is a mouthful. It is a tongue twister to say those all together. All right, and let's just press this one down. I think I did that. Did I put adhesive on the whole thing? See, I didn't. So something you could do, let me show you that. Yeah, let's show it that way too. I'm gonna show it two ways because somebody gave me that idea at our team meeting the other day. So let's go here. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my basic white and I'm just gonna put that tab. So this is the back of my card. I'm just gonna adhere the tab to the back of that. And same with this one. I will just adhere the tab. I gotta go like upside down. I don't know why. It just doesn't work for me to do it how it probably would look better for all of you on the screen. Okay, and then go ahead, that's it. So that is the front of the card. Isn't that so fun? Just such a fun fold. And then what I'm gonna do is adhere this whole part, and we'll get to the stamping after I have the basics put together. So this is another one of those really good layouts that you could go to and switch up. We're actually, we're using this layout in, oh my, I shouldn't tell the secrets. We're using this layout though in the Zoom stamping, but we're using the Forever Greenery papers, and I'm pairing it with this stamp set for the sentiments. So of course, for Zoom stamping, it's really all about the sentiments. So the cards that I have created, you could use a different sentiment and it would still be fine, but that was what I used. So Forever Greenery, I've got a card coming up with this. So of course, then I swapped out the ribbons and the embellishments and of course the sentiment and used different things, but the same basic layout. Now this was kind of the fun part that we shared. So if you wanted to make this like a little book card, here's what you could do. You could not adhere this part here, and you would be able to put something here, and then you could put something in this section too. So I'm gonna do that for this one. All right, next we need to add a little bit of ribbon before we do our stamping and polishing off the card with our sentiment piece. Okay, so for this, all I'm gonna do is, when I'm using twine, sometimes, you know, one time around for twine, there's not enough volume there for me. So if I'm doing twine, it never hurts to wrap it around 2 or 3 times. And then I like to just put a little tail out this way to cut it off. In twine, there is so much of this on a roll that I don't really worry about how much I'm using. I swear they just never end. They just keep going and going and going. I think there's 15 yards on a roll. Usually, I don't know if there is that much on that one. Maybe that's a combo pack. So there is Night of Navy, and this is Basic Gray in the twine combo pack. And that is within the Well Suited suite. I actually checked on the price on the Well Suited because I put the link up above there. If you like this collection and you want to take a closer look, I think it's the paper, the embellishment, the stamp set, and the die cuts. It's very reasonable. I think the whole bundle is like $66 or something like that. And then you get the 10 free cards for me. So pretty good, pretty decent deal. All right, so that is gonna start there. And now since I'm gonna leave this to maybe put another sentiment here, you could put a picture. So if you use this for a Father's Day card, you could put like a funny picture there, or for somebody's birthday too. I mean, who doesn't love a funny picture for your birth, to, you know, kind of chuckle on somebody's birthday. Okay, let's do the same thing here. So I'm gonna have 2 beautiful cards when I'm done, well, 3, because I'll have my sample too. So that's gonna be really nice. And let's do that again. See, I like to put that glue dot in place so that when I tie my bow. It is nice and secure. So much easier to tie a bow when you have when it's not wiggling around out everywhere. All right, so here we go. Tie a bow and nothing fancy about it. So tie it just how you tie your shoes. And it doesn't matter which way, with this twine, it doesn't matter which way the tails are going. I just want it there. If it's a little messy, all the better. And now we need to do our stamping. I have pulled out my favorite, one of my favorites, and the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So that is what I'm going to use for my sentiment pieces. And I'm gonna put the happy birthday, I'm gonna stamp it in Night of Navy ink. And so I'm just gonna stick with the happy birthday on both of these. I'm gonna put it up towards the top though. So I'm not gonna do the middle. I'm gonna go up towards the top today because I'm gonna add a little bow tie. And let's do the same. So a nice gentle tap. So nice gentle tap, straight up, straight down. That gets it so you're not getting ink all over your block, keeps things a little bit more neat. So you don't end up getting ink all over your basic white. And let's go ahead and pull that up. Now let's move to, we're gonna do some Stamparatusing. How fun is that? I bet you didn't know that was coming. And, oh, I'm gonna need that. I'm still gonna need this. And we are, you know what, before we get to some Stamparatusing, let's put an inside sentiment in there. I forget to do that. And we need to, okay, I am just totally laughing. Connie, you said great photo of you, of your new man and you. Are you talking to me or just people in general? Because I don't have a new man. Maybe, you know, maybe you all will meet my husband at some point or another. But yes, you could put a picture of your significant other, or yeah, if you're just dating someone new, you could put a picture of him. You could put a picture of yourself. Hey, who doesn't love to give a picture of yourself? I mean, that might be a little weird. I did that one year actually for a white elephant. Oh, this is a funny story. So a white elephant gift that we did for our family Christmas. And so it was like my brothers and myself and I don't know, a few other people. And, but mostly it was like siblings. And so what I did was we were going through my parents' house or something, and we had all these old pictures. And so then for my white elephant gift, because the rule was it had to be something from your house. You couldn't go and buy anything. It had to be something you owned already. So what I did was I made a photo album of myself, like all my little kid pictures and I don't know, a wedding picture, all these silly pictures, and they were like funny pictures. And so that was what one of my brothers ended up with. So that was the whole joke during our white elephant, like, present game was that, oh, they have to have a photo album of their sister. I mean, who really actually wants that? I think it might have ended up in the garbage. All right, anyways, so I have got the Stamparatusing coming up now. And so here we go. I have already cut out my bow ties. I have my template ready, and look at this. So I had this ready to do the ties as well for one of the other cards the other day. So I now have a template ready for that. And then I also have one for my bow ties. I did find that I think the two sides of the bow tie, the top and the bottom, are a little different. So I just have to flip it to the right side. And now what is nice about the Stamparatus and our Simply Chamois, I do want to show this. So this is normal. I often, when people get a simple chamois cleaning, they, oh, okay, so somebody just got engaged. Okay, I see your comment now, Connie. You were talking to someone else. I just saw the comment come up. That was really nice of you. All right, and so what's nice is this is flexible. So I can get it wet, wring it out, and then if I do have a little fumble with my ink pad, it is really easy to clean off my Stamparatus. And so I don't have to pull my stamps off if I have them all set. I can leave my stamps in place and just pull my my simple chamois to do the cleaning. Okay, and I'll put that back in the case. And let's go ahead and grab our Night of Navy. As long as I got this little tie in here, I might just as well get that all, oh, I don't know, little dimensional back flying around. I haven't even used dimensionals. Who knows where that came from? So as long as I have this here, I will just show it how nicely it will work. This tie is in Pacific Point. And so then I have a tie ready. I'll just set that aside for another card. And then I will go ahead and do my bow tie. So just a nice gentle inking up there. And if it doesn't ink properly, we can always give it a second chance because this is our perfect positioning tool. Let's pull that up so you can see how nice that works. And I will get a little tool here. Let's go here. So this is, sometimes I use this as well. I don't have my poke tool on the end to pull that off of there. So I use the putty end is what I was using there of my take a pick tool. I would like to color this. I didn't even know, I had not ever used my Cajun Craze blend marker, but that is the color that is going to look the best with my designer series. So I got that out. So nice to use. It looks like I just colored outside the lines. Like it is my first day coloring. You know, my kids are distance learning today, so I guess I could call this art class. And I'll just color that in. Now, if you wanted to tone, you know, do different tones on this, you could grab out your light Cajun Craze as well. And, you know, really fancy up your bow tie. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to do a regular one. And I only did one. I need to make one more. Or I will not have a completely finished card. And I want to have 2 completely finished cards when we're done here today. Let's do that. So I'm going to bring that back in. Easy enough to do. Make sure, see, that's not the right side. That's going to fit like a glove. And just do a nice gentle tap. There we go. So you can see setting up a template on your Stamparatus if you're making multiples of a card is so beneficial. And it makes your stamping go so quickly, and it's fun, you know. So even if you're not in a hurry, it is just really kind of fun to do. And it's fun to say. If people ask you what you're up to, you can say that you're Stamparatusing. And, you know, so if you wanted to highlight, you could highlight on the lines that they provide here within the stamp, is what I would do if I wanted to do some lighter and darker tones. Like I said, for the sake of time today, I'm just gonna color it all one solid color. I do prefer the blends over the Stampin' Right markers, but if you have the Stampin' Right markers, those would work too. It's just a personal preference, whatever you like to color with. I like the blends. They give a nice solid coloring. You don't really ever see the lines behind it. Color's real vibrant and solid, I guess would be the nice way to put that. And so we have everything done here. We just got to finish off putting it together with some dimensionals. I happen to have my minis here. And no rhyme or reason to how I'm putting those on today. And so I'm just going to place this right below where I have my twine. And we'll do the same thing. Well, let's do both of these, and then we'll add our bow ties at the same time. And so then I'll just show them to you with my sample. Oh, my sample, I didn't color in my bow tie on my sample, so my sample doesn't look quite the same. So again, those cards I showed at the beginning, there's 5 of them. You get 2 of each with anybody that places a $50 order in the month of April. I do send them within a 2 to 3 weeks. Actually, those that ordered this week, you might get it a little bit sooner than that if I get them all polished off and ready to go in the mail. I'm just working on a set of them, so we'll see how my timing gets. But you get those sent to you in the mail, and then you will receive a separate email with detailed pictures of them so that you can be successful with the layouts. Now, of course, you can add in whatever you want. Some of my team, they added in some really nice things because they didn't have the handsomely suited stamp, so they just use something else. So there's lots of options that you can do to create your cards. So look at that. Isn't that just the perfect masculine card? It's not overdone. It's a fun little layout. There we go. Finished off for the day. I hope you love it. I am just enjoying this fun little layout. And like Connie said, you could put a picture of your handsome guy right there And then you could write your sentiment here, or you could write a nice little message here and then a nice little message here. So it gives you a little bit more territory to work with as far as what you want to write, what you want to add to your card. And so, I mean, you could add numerous pages if you wanted to share lots of photos or whatever you want to put in there. This could make a nice little book photo card too, or like a book card where you put numerous pages. But then this one here, how about that? Let me bring in my last sample here. See, I need to color in my bow tie there. I better get to that as soon as we are done. So that will do it for today's cards. I hope that you enjoyed them. I will be back with our next Facebook Live next Wednesday. It will be April 21st. And let me see if there's any comments here that we need to talk about. It just looks like everyone is saying hello. So thank you all so much for watching. Do make sure to take part to win one of those stamp sets that you like, share, comment, and you'll be entered into the stamp set drawing for next week. All right, everybody, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.